Alright, my last video I told everybody I'd try to take some video of actually putting the frames together, and I didn't. I forgot. And I've got them all put together now. So, anyhow, I thought maybe I'd try to show you guys how I wire them. Basically, this is a complete frame. Thanks to somebody on YouTube, I built this contraption to help me wire them, though, and that helps a lot, because trying to do it without this is a pain in the butt. Well, when you get these frames, you put them all together. There's a frame all put together, and you got to break this little sleeve out, or this little piece out here, and it leaves some strands. And this is really hard to do with one hand while you're holding a phone. And if you can see that, it leaves a little bit of, wood there. And then you end up with this little piece here. We'll use that later, so you don't get rid of that. Because that's what kind of holds your foundation down. Try to peel that off, put it aside. And then this piece here, you just clean up as well as you can. This you want somewhat flat. So you have to use a razor knife to try to get it flat. They're usually cut pretty well so that you don't have to do a whole lot of hard cutting. They're already sawed. And I know the video quality is going to crap right now because it's hard to do this. I'm trying to show you the best I can. Some of them are better than others. I mean, they gotta stay together, but I like to use the edge of my blade. If you can see, just do it completely vertical and scrape it. That helps a little bit. Just do like a final, I guess, what you'd call milling of it. Shake it off. Sorry guys, I'm an amateur. So anyhow, I built this contraption. These are, I believe these are screen door rollers that I used. They're on bearings. There's three of them, two on one side, one on the other, and these wooden dowels, and then this backstop here. Okay, and then of course this plunge clamp, and that's kind of what it looks like here. Okay, it takes a little bit of time to build this, but it will make wiring your frames a lot easier. You put your frame in. I use this paint stick here because your frames are a little bit, if you've been around beekeeping, you know this a little bit, but frames aren't completely flat on both sides. And that just levels it up. I like to put that in there. Try to get it evened up a little bit, as best you can anyway. Sorry. And then clamp this down. What that does is that bends that style in a little bit. I call it a style because it's just what it seems like to me coming out of building cabinet doors. Now the hard part. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get this on video or not, but I'm going to try. Take our wire spool. It's right there. You gotta poke it through the holes. You feed it through. And then get back through this other hole. Let me see. Oh, there's a pin in the butt. Anyhow, keep it on that roller. Back through over here. Try to keep it on that roller. And yeah, this is kind of a two-handed job normally. But I'm going to see if I can do this for y'all. And then, see, just kind of loom it around, I guess, is what you'd call it. At this point, I mean, most of those rollers are holding most of the tensions, so it help hold your wire, at least in place, while you do it. Pull all that extra wire. They're still on the rollers, so you have that. You can do this two different ways. Put your brads in first or put them in now, which I should have probably put the brads in first and just told you I did that. So at this point, I didn't, so I'm going to have to put a brad in right here. Ouch. Well, I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do this. I'm going to hold on to this thing for a second. Actually, I'm going to drop the phone for a second. Alright, sorry about that. So you heard me tap those in. At this point, you tap those brads in. You can see those brads sitting there. You leave them about a 1/4 inch off. And you grab it and you wrap it around. Wrap it around a few times. Okay. And then you go ahead and pound those in. We usually stretch that wire a little bit tight. And this one, it's not going to be super great because, well, because you should do that at the end. But now when you pull this spool up tight, you can hear it start getting tight. Your wires start sounding like guitar strings. Okay. Then you have to come to this roller and you pick up off this roller. And always keep tension on your spool, or try to. This is kind of hard to do because I'm trying to film it. Put some tension on your spool. Keep them tight. And then move to your next roller. You can see those wires getting tight. Okay. Back to your first roller, pick it up, pull your spool. Now what's this doing? It's cutting into your wood a little bit. but it's kind of holding the wire there. Okay. You don't really want to split your wood. This works a lot better if you use eyelets. I don't use eyelets, but then I grab my wire and I just pull it up, turn around a couple more times. At that point, and you break your wire off. Sorry, back on the eyelets. I don't use eyelets for one, just because I never have. For two, they're kind of expensive. Well, they're not actually expensive. It's just an extra thing you have to do. But anyhow, so you'll hear this. That one sounds a little bit dead. Puts the extra tension on it. Still a little dead, a lot tighter than it was. That's how I like to do them. They work great. Once they're in there for a while, in the sun or in the heat, everything loosens up a little bit. The bees, or you put your foundation in, embed it, everything stays together nice. That's all it is.